What's poppin', everybody? How's everyone doing? This is your boy Ivan. With me, as always, is my boy NidgeDFX. And today, it's finally the time for the newest death battle, Mob from Mob Psycho 100 versus One Punch Man's Tatsumaki. Both espers, both extremely fucking powerful. And this is gonna be a fun one. This is the one I've actually been looking forward to for a while now. So, what's your thoughts on this battle so far, man?
Yeah, considering the creator is the creator of both of them, and he has stated even himself that he believes they both are equals should they ever come into a collision with each other. So at this point, it's going to be up to Death Battle to see how this plays out. So before we begin, you guys, please watch the original full screen. It's Tyler of Blabbing Yabbing, because Ninja Ivanimal here, we do not shut up. Also, they're cool with the reactions. This video will not drop until it hits public after on YouTube. Please support the official release.
Absolutely. So, well, if you guys didn't watch our prediction, you should definitely go watch it. And so I pretty much just said I just think Mob is a little more interesting instead of a psycho power. But I will say I still think Tatsumaki has more power than he does. But I feel like, his ability to be able to attack and defend at the same time could give him a massive edge. And I can definitely see him winning several times. So, because how they do is like, how they pretty much like 1 out of 1,000 times who wins the most. I can definitely see him winning the most. So again, we'll just have to wait and see what Death Battle says. But as of right now, I'm gonna stick with Mob. And after I watch the post analysis, I may step and give my prediction again. But bro, I assume you're still set in stone with your boy.
Yeah, I'm still, like I said, originally I never even seen an episode of Mob. Because of you guys, again, Death Battle, I actually started watching anime. I reenacted my Funimation account. Please don't hate me, everybody. I know you all have your feelings. But I actually am watching Mob Psycho because of you guys. I also watch Yu Yu Hakusho because of you guys. This is what I'm talking about.
Nice.
And that's that fair use, though, putting the good work, right? What you guys do. So my point is I got into the show, and I actually want him to win now. Before I said I want her to win. I only know her. I don't know him. After watching him, he's like, it's like no one wants to see this kid like die. Like at least if you know him as a character. And I feel as far as the whole attack defense, his are equal at all times. 100% defense, 100% offense. She has 100% defense, but the moment she attacks, it gets nerfed to a degree. I hope Death Battle can figure that out. That's going to be key. And also, I would say Mob's faster. So every time she attacks, she's leaving herself open to be hit. And that's why I feel like Mob will win.
There are plenty of talented people in the world, but even then, only a select few have the honor
people are
of being
freaking
called
insanely
prodigy.
smart, you know what I mean?
Being a
They are.
can get
Absolutely.
to
Like that dude that be doing that damn chess.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's
Because
kind of
the guy who
scary.
made both these characters
I
called one.
thought it funny his name was One.
Yeah.
Mob, the reluctant
And
psychic
One Punch Man.
powerhouse from Mob Psycho 100.
And
That's the
Tatsumaki,
inspiration.
the
And
fearless
100.
ferocious esper from One Punch Man. He wins the boomstick.
This dude's
And
obsessed with his
it's
name, bro.
As their weapons, armor, and
I
skills
did not
to find out
think
who
that.
would win.
Oh,
I didn't either. I just thought of it now.
Yeah, that's so true.
Sick.
As a citizen of Seasoning City, you would probably be
That's
familiar
funny.
with the local criminal group Claw.
Maybe even the famous sex symbol and so-called greatest
Sex
psychic
symbol.
of the century.
He's pretty
Reagan.
sexy beast, isn't he?
But you
Kid was
probably
fucking
wouldn't
15,
think
like
twice
Paulus.
about this plain-looking boy with a
He's
bowl
in his
cut,
20s or
Shigeo
30s.
Kageyama.
Long story short, he's
he's
a
a
pretty
rip-off
unremarkable
carnivore.
student of Salt Middle
Yeah.
School. He's the kid you
14,
pick class
white
for
tea
dodgeball.
poison.
He's just sort of there.
What's
taking
white
up
tea?
space
Salt
and
Middle
They
School?
gave, they gave him a
Kanji in his name
nickname.
can even be misread as
Okay.
Mob,
That-
which
uh,
means bland and boring.
I'll load it later. We're
Everybody
listening to
calls
this.
him that.
So
Okay.
you might be surprised to
I found
learn
it
that
funny
he
to say he goes to
accidentally
Salt Middle
took
School.
over a
Like,
local
that's funny
gang,
to me. I don't know why.
unintentionally founded his own cult, and is an incredibly powerful psychic warrior.
Don't
Right?
get it mixed up.
Damn
This
right.
isn't your typical superhero secret identity shenanigans. Bob doesn't really give a shit about any of these things. He's just out there trying to fit in by joining the Body Improvement Club.
Which he sucks at.
Sucks
Yeah,
horribly
I
at.
don't blame him. I fall into that
Oh,
category.
come on, man.
I can't blame
Running's
him.
not that hard. Take it from me. And I've got a shotgun for a leg.
Mob stamina 0%.
Still, when his life is in danger or his friends need protecting, Mob's psychic ability manifests as something truly phenomenal.
He's mega powerful.
Damn.
He might not be able to run a mile without fainting, but he totally can if he boosts his body psychically. He can fly through the air.
I mean, if you're that powerful psychic, why the fuck do you need to improve your body?
I know. Other people have been telling him that too.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not just an offensive powerhouse.
Why don't you
can
just
mold
use
his
that?
psychic
And he's
energy
like, no,
around his body
I
as a shield. While
better,
this isn't an uncommon
yeah, I mean,
technique
it gives him something to do, at least.
In particular, as he's one of the few psychics who can actually
What's
attack
croliokinesis? What is that?
Like when he was fighting
Chiliokinesis? Am I pronouncing that wrong? I'm sorry if I am.
Oh, talk about weird looking. Whiz, you sure
I'm curious about that. What is that? Like spirit manipulation or some shit? I gotta look it up later.
Kind of on the right track. These psychic powers are directly linked to emotions. The more sad, angry, rejected, and so on that you feel, the more powerful your psychic abilities become.
Okay, so he's kind of like an empath-ish, right?
Punch me! I need to get really angry so I can do psychic stuff.
How was that?
Really?
Just slap. Yeah.
Wow.
You got the arm.
If I'm just so embarrassed about having a friend like you.
That robot hand.
Wow.
Told ya. Use a metal arm.
Regardless, the fact that Mob's psychic powers are drawn from his
get the
emotions
fuck
is
out of
a
the way.
conundrum in and
Your
of
own leg.
itself.
There we go.
See, when Mob was a child, an attempt to use his powers wound up injuring his younger brother. This tragedy would scar Mob forever, terrifying him of his own ability. As a result, he suppressed his emotions for years.
Almost.
But just like NidgeDFX, they'd still boil up in bad situations.
So he's almost like empathish, you know what I mean? Because they have like emotions, powers, or whatever.
100%. Mob goes all out like a Super Saiyan. He can even absorb
Damn, he looks fucking OP.
100%
rage, animosity, gratitude.
Limits. Far from it. Suppressing his powers had an
1000%
unprecedented
increase.
effect on his psyche. His
Question
power
mark, question mark,
became
question
an
mark
entity
form.
of its own within Mob's mind, representative of his repressed self.
And when things get real bad, it takes over his body in a blind rage or blind sadness, whatever he's feeling.
Whatever emotion he's
In this
feeling.
unmeasurable state, Mob's true prowess
Instead
is
of fucking
revealed, and it's
100% sad, he cries a lot.
His
That's
sheer
funny.
psychic aptitude increases at an alarming rate, including his absorption ability.
My powers are being sucked in
Okay,
by
he
the
can absorb.
Yeah, he absorbs everything around him. He's sucking his Esper dry opponent. Is that,
And while he is often unconscious while his inner self takes over, his questionable state will continue trying to achieve whatever his most recent objective may be. Whether that's taking on the criminal organization
magnitude
Claw
9
or confessing
earthquake?
how he feels to his crush.
All right,
How do you catch or cause them?
Let's figure out just
Sorry, I
how
read that
much
wrong.
psychic power he's
Cause
got bottled up.
how do you
Check
catch
this
a
out.
magnitude
While
earthquake?
smashing
Sorry.
this ugly joke through a building, he went from
Goddamn,
zero to
look at him, man.
kick-ass
He's like,
so
fuck,
fast,
he looks like a fucking
caught
psycho.
fire.
Taking this feat literally, to get this result, he would have to be reaching an ablation speed over 5 times the speed of sound.
Fast, but
Okay, that's
not
quick.
as fast as a bolt of lightning, which he was quick enough to catch with his shield.
That's not all. In his duel with Claw's boss,
There we
Toichiro,
go.
Mob took this huge crushing hit,
Oh shit, his shield broke.
scaling this massive handprint crater to a nearby building, that one, and applying the resulting fragmentation of rock. We found Mob survived an attack worth over 80 tons of TNT.
I feel like
Yeah,
that's
that's
more than
well
that.
done
I feel like that's a
for
low
shaking.
ball
In
because
the
I feel like if
same
you're gonna make a
Psycho
giant handprint
lifted
that can be
hundreds
inside of a
buildings
building,
into the air.
it's way more
Look
than
at
that in my
thing.
opinion.
Suddenly, I have an unshakable urge to go play Katamari Damacy.
That's a fun ass game.
Not
Man.
only is that millions of tons of stone and concrete, but
That's
simply
a great
creating
fucking
this
game.
aura
I recently
pushed
played
away
it not
the
too long ago.
clouds.
It's so fun.
Okay, I know what you're thinking.
I wanna see
Guys,
what he's-
that's not
what's the
impressive.
compression?
Clouds are just fluffy balls of cotton candy. Now, I hear you. I thought so too. But turns out, that's not true at all. Unfortunately, to move clouds in real life, you need a freaking hydrogen bomb.
Damn.
So it's quite impressive
Wow.
when
So
on
clouds
another
are
occasion,
actually
Mob gathered
denser.
all these clouds himself. By measuring the area and multiplying
Jesus
by average
Christ.
cloud
Oh.
density, this feat comes out to around 30 gigatons of
Oh!
20 times the combined destructive
Goddamn, 20
capabilities
times
of
stronger than
all
every
the
nuke in the
nuclear
world?
warheads in the world.
TNT. Granted,
He can
Mob
destroy
isn't
the planet. He's almost a
all-powerful.
planet
For
buster.
example, once while absorbing an explosive attack, he reached a definitive limit, though he compensated by redirecting all that psychic energy into some broccoli seeds, with interesting
Also, he has a
results.
limit to how much he can
Oh
absorb.
man, it's gonna be hard.
He
to
left
find
the giant
cloud under the
broccoli.
table.
In time,
Yeah,
Mob
why
eventually
broccoli?
reconnected with his repressed
it looks like a
self,
mushroom cloud,
fully
I don't know.
accepting his past
I
and
guess
his
so.
powers.
So look out. He may look like a total dork, but this is one middle schooler you don't want to try stealing lunch money from.
Nah, fuck that, man.
Rage. Burning in
Wouldn't be surprised if he was considered a god in that universe.
Pretty much. Alright, let's see what Tatsumaki has.
Let's see what Tatsumaki Satsukage has. Sorry.
She squeezed the hell out of a big-ass octopus, but octopuses are very flexible, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they can squeeze through doors and shit, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they can. That's
so, I know she did a ball squeeze, too.
Espers.
So let's see how this works out.
Powerful psychic ability.
That's her sister. She's the hot one.
Tatsumaki, right? That's her name?
Not this one.
Is that real?
Yeah, I know, but her
Why
sister.
does she have cinnamon rolls stuck on her face?
Let's just say one is
Yeah,
more
the
well
drawing
known
is
for
really
his
bad.
excellent storytelling than, say,
I
his
mean, he
art.
couldn't get an artist to
Regardless,
draw
Tatsumaki's
for
psychic
him, but
abilities
okay.
were extraordinary, even at a young age.
Or
So
six.
much so,
Jesus, she's
she was
tiny.
taken from her
She's-
family
she's-
to be detained
she's a
and
midget.
studied at a research
Yeah,
facility.
legally.
She was
Yeah, legally she's
7
a midget,
years
but in the
old.
show, she don't look short at all.
Not the best
She looks like she could be like my height.
Lucky for her, she got out thanks to a surprise
It's anime,
rescue
you
by
know,
the
they always
hero
look weird.
called Blast. Who? Blast?
Often mistaken as a sassy
Yes.
lost child.
No one
Favorite
really
hobby
knows.
being a
Either
brat.
way,
She
Blast's
is.
rescue changed
I wouldn't say a
Tatsumaki's
brat,
life
I would say
forever, and he
bitch.
left her with one
Yeah.
very important
'Cause
lesson.
being a brat
When
and being
the
a bitch
time
is two
comes,
different things,
don't
and she
expect
falls in the
someone
latter.
to save you.
That's true.
Kinda harsh. He is supposed to be
I
a
know,
super
because I've
hero,
been-
right?
Whether it be
Yeah.
she was inspired by his heroism or torn
No,
by his
you're totally
contradiction, Tatsumaki
Yeah.
decided
She
to
should
take
be
up
a-
hero work for
I'd
herself.
go with Biatch
Thus,
before
she
Brat.
took up the mantle.
Yeah, exactly.
Tornado of Terror.
She's not spoiled. She's just a
Yeah,
bitch,
I know
literally.
everything.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
think she has
that
a
sound
superiority
more like a
complex. I think that's what it
supervillain
is.
name? And you might mistake her for one too.
Yeah.
She's kind of a brat.
Well, she is the best at what she does, and she knows it. So she often
So she's-
seems arrogant and rude. With her
Yeah, a
psychokinesis,
bitch.
she often floats above her opponents, looking down on them literally and figuratively.
Her favorite thing to do is throw rocks at people. Big rocks, small rocks, rocks from outer space, doesn't matter.
Oh, shit, that's
Oh,
Rock shape, it's
that's not
flying at
canon
you. But
or
she
continuity
doesn't
at all.
discriminate. She's
The
also
meteor
fine
was
throwing
a
other things like
translation
trains,
error.
schools, people,
Yeah.
even a
Original
giant
creator
octopus.
confirmed that.
Not only that,
That's
but she
true.
can
They
alter
count
the
that?
direction of gravity.
If they say
create
that's the reason
towns
why she
and
wins?
barriers, twist up a human body, cause magnitude 8 level earthquakes, and spin up
Oh, damn.
enormous whirlwinds. Fitting for her namesake.
And that's
I
not
mean,
even half
let's
of
see
it.
what they say.
She's the
I mean-
most powerful
I'm gonna
esper
back
of
off
them
for now.
all. Even better than her older sister, Fubuki.
Actually, that's her younger sister.
She looks,
Like
Fubuki looks
younger.
much older than she does. That's
anime's
this is
real
what I
confusing.
mean.
But given her past, even with her
I thought you
sister
were older
beside her,
sister.
Tatsumaki has some serious trust issues.
She doesn't even want Fubuki to have friends. Chill out, lady. Friends are important. Right, Liz?
Sorry, what?
Oh. Well, he had his chance.
Anyway, manipulating objects
Oh,
and
shit.
organisms is only part of her skill set. Tatsumaki's power truly shines when it comes to precision.
Oh yeah, she's so
Fubuki's
talented.
definitely the
she
hotter
can
one.
use
There's
her
no
great
doubt.
She is.
power
That
to
she
have
is.
full
And she's
control
definitely the
over
older looking one.
television.
Yeah, sure, but that's
to be
not really
fair,
what
the
I had
old-
in mind.
Change. Change.
Well,
You
Tatsumaki
can
has
try
some
to
level
shit
of
himself.
control over a person's chi,
Right.
or as it's known in traditional Chinese culture, vital life force. If she can overpower her opponent, she can use their own chi to disable or even kill them.
Ooh.
I did it. I'm psychic.
Against other
Oh,
espers,
my.
she can spiral her own
In the world of
energy
One
to
Punch
redirect
Man, it
theirs,
generally takes a
and even
combination of
suppress their
physical-
powers in an instant.
Yeah,
Oh.
Lady Tornado can block your
Physical
psychic
superiority.
whenever she wants,
He
so
might
long as
lose.
they're a weaker
You
esper
see that
than
note on
her.
top? Because he has
Yeah.
no physical.
Means
He has no
everyone.
physical
One
power.
Punch Man meets
Yeah.
a one-thought woman. Seriously,
You know what I
this
mean?
chick
He
is
can't even
so
run a mile
powerful,
without
she pulled
passing
a
out.
meteor from outer
Wait,
space.
look.
Oh, they
That
did
movie
pull the
is
meteor.
pretty well
Wait,
known.
Yeah, let's
it
see what they
technically
said.
is not canon to the original source
Thank you.
material. However, that doesn't mean it's off the table. As it turns out, her
Oh.
other accomplishments prove she's more than powerful enough to pull it off.
Just look at her
Okay,
lifting up
let's
this.
see.
I left that comment on their
What am I
channel.
looking at here?
Good
I was the
question.
first to
Thankfully,
report
one
that
was
when
kind
I
enough to
watched the
include these
trailer.
lovely labels
Okay,
identifying
about the
Z City
meteorite
and an
thing?
underground hideout.
see
Now,
here.
Tatsumaki is psychokinetically lifting the entire hideout, which was previously
Damn.
stated to reach over 1,500 meters deep. As for the city, the
1,500
world
meters,
of One
that's
Punch
like,
Man
what,
is based
5,000
on
feet deep or
real-life
some shit?
locations in Tokyo. So at the very
huh.
least, we could compare Z City to a smaller district like Ginza, which consists of about 215 acres. With the size of an average building in that district in mind, and thus
That's like-
scaling
yeah, that's
the
like
building
5,000
to the
feet.
hideout and then to Ginza, we found that Tatsumaki must be lifting over 3 billion tons of rock.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Like lifting the
This
entire
crazy?
Great Wall of China
This is powerful.
62 times.
Flew
Mark
past
35.
Mach
Oh,
35 speed.
she's
From the
slow.
sky.
When the alien invader Boros attacked
There's
the
the 100-eyed
city with a
octopus.
hailstorm of giant bullets, she was fast enough to stop them in midair and
Caught
turn
the
them
night,
back
oh,
on
caught
the
the
here it
earth.
comes,
99
here it comes.
earthquake as well.
Scaling these bullets
Hold
to
on.
the height of a human and gauging
Uh-huh.
by the amount of damage they could cause, the bullets must have been moving 1,800 times faster than sound.
She's tough enough to survive an
1,800
attack
times?
that's 300 times the Earth's
1,800
gravity,
times.
which probably explains why she could push through crazy G-forces
That's
while
pretty
flying
damn
and
fast.
fighting against the one-punch
Yeah.
man himself, Saitama.
Sorry for the
By
generous
looking at the
guys,
distance
you
they
know,
flew
I
in
said
such
it
a
before I
short
say it
time
again.
frame,
I'm sorry.
they were
Deal with
likely
it.
moving
Huh.
more than 36 times the speed of sound.
Which is
That's
awesome,
fast.
but she still didn't win the fight.
It was actually a rather humbling experience for her, finally realizing that perhaps she isn't the most powerful person alive.
Yeah, that's probably
I mean,
what she needed
all
the most. She
espers have
needed
limits,
to fucking
including
knock some
Tatsumaki.
sense of that
I'm
bitch.
waiting for the
Psychic
anime
power
of
drains
this, you
them
know
of
what I
energy,
mean?
So
Yeah,
they
me
can get
too.
worn out to a point where they can't do their psycho magic for a while.
Also, she generally has to focus exclusively on either offense or defense.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when she's on the
She gets
attack,
a-
her guard is lowered, something a
Yeah.
skilled enough opponent can certainly take advantage of.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
there you
it
go.
Should an
drops.
Esper like Tatsumaki suffer a serious head injury, their
Yeah.
powers become more difficult to use.
So maybe she's not quite the unstoppable
So
goddess
those
she
are all
thought she
again,
was.
those are
And
all
after getting that
key
memo,
things
she
Mob could take into
finally loosened up a
consideration,
bit.
but we'll have to
She
wait and
even let
see.
her sis
But
hang out with her
she's
friends and
clearly
try to throw
physically
them
fucking
into a wall
powerful,
or
so we
something.
don't know.
Oh,
Yet, at the end of the day, the idea that anyone could even hope to match the Tornado of Terror's pure psychic power seems laughable.
Gross.
You disgust me. Get lost.
She don't sound 20.
What's
She
with
sounds
the
like a
attitude
16-year-old.
from this lost child?
She is a child. Like,
All right, the combatants are
Here we go.
set, and we've run the data through all
let's go.
possibilities.
it's time for
You want to pause it or are you good?
I'm good.
All right, everybody, let's do this. I'm sticking with Mob. All right, so we're doing a Sprite 2D fight.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
I'm
getting.
lost.
That's pretty good.
What are you doing, dummy?
Can you help me? Do you go to the middle school here?
Middle school?
Ouch.
Know your place.
Oh,
Damn.
wow, girl.
You see what I mean? What was
Yeah,
that for?
Why would you do that, bitch? Not now. I hope he wins. Oh,
You
damn.
shouldn't use your powers on others.
I like the drawing. You gotta give it up to that.
That's good. I love that. I love that
You're
animation.
impressive. I'll crush you in 5 seconds flat.
1, 2, 3,
5%.
4, 5. Oh, she wasn't wrong. But she just still didn't win, but yeah.
Exactly. Like, look.
God, girl, you.
What a bitch. Look at this.
She's so mean.
Yeah, man. Look. Oh, whip her ass, Mob. 100%. Let's go.
Time
That's
to
it.
teach you a lesson.
Oh, that animation's beautiful.
Yeah, when he does this, he doesn't care about life
By the
anymore.
way, just so you know,
Yeah, exactly.
And he will go all out. Like, his body just
this
takes
is your
over.
fault.
This is your fault. Damn right.
Oh. Playing ping pong with her.
Oh shit. Bro, the
Maybe
hands-on
they should
animation
just
is
go on a
really
date,
good.
you know?
It's more.
Let's just call it a draw and they go on a date. Then again, he's so young. Never mind. I would like that.
Exactly.
Never mind. My bad. I
Yeah,
forgot.
yeah.
She looks like a kid. I'm sorry.
She
looks
does.
like a-
She looks like a kid, but she's
Oh.
definitely a senior.
He just bodied it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
shit.
She's picking up a continent.
She's like, my city's gonna sit on your face. You don't wanna block that shit. Oh, you're looking like a sandwich.
Easy.
He's like, oh, fuck off, man. Oh, he went Questos.
Oh shit, question form or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh, it's going down.
Damn, man. All right, what are you gonna do now, Tatsu?
Oh, man.
You think you're a big shot? Try this.
I don't think I'm a big shot. I think you're a big twat. Oh! Oh!
Ooh.
Oh!
She just called something down. Did you peep that?
He beat her with a fucking taxi cab. That's what. Oh!
God damn.
Oh,
That's what
we'll
you
watch
gotta
this
do.
again, everybody, y'all.
Hit him with that. Hit him with that.
Uh-oh.
Ooh!
Oh!
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 Should pay more attention.
Wait, what?
No knee? That
counting a
meteor,
knee?
though. They're counting it. Oh! He
What?
absorbed it. He absorbed it.
Wait, did he?
I guess he did. No.
Wait, what?
Nobody
Huh?
beats me.
Oh, she won.
Oh, okay.
Whoa,
Now,
was crazy.
this I gotta hear.
Sure
I'm not mad. I'm curious.
Yeah.
This was an incredibly close match.
Like I said, I'm not mad. Like, I'm just curious. Like, okay, let us know.
Times, Mob could
I know
reasonably
nothing about
win
the character,
40 or
so-
so.
Okay, hold on, I can't
But
hear
we're
him.
not here to
Sorry.
find out who wins 40% of the time. Mob had tons of awesome abilities, which gave Tatsumaki a hard time, but she still had the stuff to pull off a win more times than not.
Right. First of all,
Alright, I wanna hear
Tatsumaki
this.
had a notable advantage when it came to training and experience.
She's a top-ranked superhero who was trained from
I don't
7
use
years
experience
old
as an
by a
argument,
middle
but-
schooler who never wanted to use his powers in the first place.
Wait,
She
what?
was faster too, given her reaction against Boros' bullets moving over 617,000 meters per second.
Sure, Mob reacted to friggin' lightning, but believe it or not, that's still technically slower.
See, a lightning bolt
Okay.
technically has two different speeds to consider. First for the slower leader of ionized air going down, and second for the faster flash going up.
Okay.
Given that Mob was reacting to a projectile moving down towards him, this can only mean he was reacting to the leader, which moves 98,000 meters per second. More than 6 times slower than Tatsumaki.
So, even though Mob had the edge of being able
I don't know
to
how they
attack
calculate
and defend
that bullet
at the same
shit. I'm
time,
still on the fence about
Tatsumaki
that,
was a
but-
lot quicker
I don't
than
know
him,
either,
so
like,
she
that's
could
pretty-
switch
I
between
mean-
attacking and defending
Let's-
fast enough to counter Mob whenever she really needed to.
Okay.
Still, that alone doesn't mean Mob couldn't have eventually scored a fatal blow. All of this would mean nothing if Tatsumaki couldn't overpower Mob's absorbing shield.
His awesome power of suck.
Right, we know Mob's sucking shield had a
Sucking
limit given
shield,
how he was
pause.
forced to transfer absorbed energy into those seeds, growing a massive head of broccoli in an instant.
All
We can
right.
actually use this broccoli to get a general idea of Mob's absorbing limits. Broccoli typically requires 143 kilojoules of energy to grow one.
We're getting a vegetable lesson, people.
Oh boy.
Scaling this giant one to the nearby buildings,
Eat your
we
broccoli,
found it to
kids.
be 21
I wouldn't
million
fucking know.
times
Look at my
larger
fat
than
ass.
the average broccoli. This means Mob must have transferred enough energy to equate to about 1.6 megatons of TNT.
Yeah, but
Nice.
how about the energy Tatsumaki used to stop and redirect those giant bullets? Those things are huge, solid shells with no explosive
Yeah, those shits are
components, given
huge.
how Saitama
Yeah.
here was able to crush one without triggering a big kaboom. And they could wipe out a whole city.
We're shown that the shells destroyed most of City A in
You
one
saw that?
shot, and we can see how much damage
How
they dealt
quickly
to
they just
Boros'
dropped?
ship when Tatsumaki turned them around. With this data in mind, the height of Boros' ship, and the already calculated bolt speed, we determined the energy she displayed here must have equaled at least 470 gigatons of TNT.
Way more than Mob's big cloud feet, and more than enough to
Yeah,
shatter his
that's a
shield all
huge
at once.
difference.
Tatsumaki
Yeah.
was just too damn powerful. And it's not like Mob could absorb giant rocks thrown at him either.
Certainly, Mob's unique
got
powers
thrown
were
through the
generally passive and
through the tower.
defensive, whereas Tatsumaki's
Yeah.
were better suited to precision strikes and deadly blows. Once Mob's barrier was down, she had plenty of options for wrapping things up, whether it be blocking his psychic power, controlling his chi, or simply crushing him
I
herself.
didn't notice,
And
like,
her
in the...
powers weren't dependent on her feelings, so she was always at full strength, no matter what the situation
Like,
was.
in his
Mob
analysis,
certainly
like,
had the
you
skill
see
and
his shield
ability
always
to put up an
breaking.
incredibly close fight, but
So he-
Tatsumaki's
it definitely can't be
experience,
broken.
speed, and power put an end to this prodigious battle.
She just had the experience she needed.
Oh
The
god,
winner
no.
is Tatsumaki.
Experience? Come on, you can do better
Hey,
than
thanks for
that.
watching this episode of Death
That
Battle.
That was a
If you
great
want battle
fight.
music
That
for
was a great
yourself,
fight. We'll
give
talk
it a
about
link
this after,
down
but let's see who's
below.
next.
And you can check
I
out more
really
of our stuff
okay.
right over there.
I'll talk about it after. I will
Yeah,
see
who's
who's
next?
next time.
Death battle season without
Ugh,
Deadpool, right?
Deadpool?
Not again.
Deadpool, right?
No.
Hey, Boomstick.
Yeah,
Wait.
Wiz.
I think I might know a way to get rid of Deadpool once and for all.
Who's that? Is that who I think it is? Mask?
The mask. Oh
The
my.
mask? Okay.
I guess Deadpool versus the mask.
And dropping a wholly new
I don't have a
That's-
problem with the mask, but why Deadpool again? It's just like, okay, like, that's enough, but...
He keep coming back because he can't get rid of him. He's infiltrated the system, player.
He did!
They better be careful because next thing they know, they're gonna end up in a milk box missing. That's what's gonna happen to Wiz and
Yeah,
Boomstick. Deadpool's gonna whack them.
Exactly. My thing is, like, is this going to be a serious battle or a joke? I'm guessing it's going to be a joke.
It's either gonna go tie again or they will have a winner. I don't know. Like
I kind of want it to be a serious battle, though. Like, I want it to be, like, no jokes, like...
they are
can you-
jokesters, both of them, so you're gonna get jokes. But I don't
Yeah,
know what
that's
you.
true.
I guess I
meant-
don't understand your context of joke. Like,
Yeah, but I meant, like, you're not a joke battle, like how Pinkie Pie Deadpool was. You know, like, an actual...
it was serious, but it ended in a draw because of their abilities.
Yeah,
according to
exactly.
them.
But but you know what I mean. Like I want an actual winner. You know what I mean? If I'm making any sense, get me.
So you for sure want a victor. And that's what they said.
Yeah.
They said maybe we can get rid of Deadpool for good. Sounds like they're plotting against him. Like I said, I hope it don't backfire on them. They're gonna get assassinated. Deadpool's gonna be pretty pissed off.
I think so too.
So what'd you think about the outcome, the justification, and everything?
I enjoyed it. Animation wise, I thought it was fantastic. I mean, they made a few points like I can kind of agree with. I will say there's things I'm like, I didn't think about that. But other than that, like I get it. You know, it's hard to explain to me, but like, yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. But what about you? What did you think?
I think the speed process, the fastest thing they calculated was the lightning. That actually wasn't the fastest. I know even in my prediction I said that, but I actually found out later about.
It did say like she's fast enough to like kind of switch between offense and defense, but like you said, like I kind of wish we knew like what the extent of her defense is. Is it just like a normal person, or just slightly above average, slightly above a normal person, like durability wise, without her mat?
Yeah, the only thing they ever shown her doing was like. When she squeezed out that octopus, she was blocking the blood from getting her stained. You know what I mean? Because like she didn't want to ruin her clothes or get her hair done. You know what I mean? It's like that's it. They would have showed what her defense was, because that's something really nobody can figure out.
Absolutely.
And it's one of those things we'll just have to let it die here and just move on. So.
All right, but animation wise, what did you think of the animation wise? I love the hand drawn sprites. I love the 2D. It was they meshed it well. They meshed it both really well together.
Oh, absolutely. I think that the animation, it's lovely when they do the hand drawn and all that stuff. I think that's beautiful. Like that's something that they're gonna have to keep doing, especially when you're doing 2D sprite battles. You have to, at least in my humble opinion, that is key.
But I will say though, the mask in a death battle, that's gonna be interesting. Like I think the mask has its own comic series or whatever, but all I know from that Jim Carrey movie, which was really fucking good. I love that movie, and not that other piece of shit one that came out later. Have you seen it? Did you see it?
I only watched the original when I was a kid, so like I'm totally I'm so outdated in the mask realm, and I have no idea.
That's fine.
In fact, I might even not. I probably might want to sit this prediction out.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm not saying I don't care about it, but I'm just like.
No, I get you. We can skip this one. It's fine. But I will say the Son of the Mask is fucking atrocious. Like Jim Carrey was supposed to reprise that role, but he didn't for some reason. So they got another dude, and he got so shitted on in the reviews. He made a documentary about it, about how he was just so badly attacked in the reviews of that movie. It was that bad. It was such a bad movie. The CGI was bad. The acting was bad. It didn't have that comic relief.
Yes, everybody. So, like I was saying before, the footage that I mentioned before is that the lightning feat was from the leader of the Espear mob. I'll just call them that, right? They're the guys that are running the whole. These are the people that are trying to recruit all the Espears in the world at a young age and manipulating them to work for him so they could take over the whole, whatever, the whole planet. He's like the Magneto, so to speak, right? Of the mutant realm. Post-recording, just so no one misunderstands how I'm explaining this. Basically, when he was getting hit by lightning, he saw it coming. He was at 40%. Death Battle said it moved at 285.7 Mach speed. Some of the fastest lightning in the world can move even faster. It develops downward at the speeds of 200,000 miles per hour. This is an average or whatever, right? The leader would move much faster if it didn't pause between each of its steps downward. I believe that we'd have to take this part in consideration from the National Government Weather.gov website. The fact that the leader would be much faster if it didn't pause between each of its steps downward. Given that this is a psychic controlling this lightning bolt and using pinpoint accuracy to hit mob, that tells me that it is in fact ignoring all the normal rules of stepped leader lightning. So it would minimally the Mach speed, according to the website of the government website, it says it would move much faster. So we obviously don't know a number, right? Like no one's ever calculated it. It'd be nice if someone did, because this right here would answer my question. Definition of much is a large amount. So when you state something would be much faster, To be nice, I will say just 5 times faster. Let's just lowball the definition of much for the sake of this argument. His percentage equals his psychic output power. Remember, he flies with, and he reacts, his speed is all based on his percentage. So even at 40%, he saw the lightning. So we know easily at 80%, he would be twice the speed of lightning, right? And at 100%, he would be 2.5. You know what I mean? I don't know the exact number at that point, but that's really what I was trying to explain with the lightning, how he was even faster.
I get your point, man. I get you, but like I said, I mean, I enjoyed the battle for what it was. Like, I don't really have any too gripes about it. Like, as someone who never even watched these characters, so I was looking for a fun fight, and that's kind of what I got out of it. So, like I said, I'm not mad with the result. It was definitely unexpected. I was definitely rooting for Mob, but I'll just take it in face value and just move on. But yeah, it was still a great battle. I still loved it. Hopefully people won't have too many issues with it. But we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah. But yeah, so should we wrap this up, homie?
Yeah, I guess the only thing left for me to say as well, too, is like I said, I going forward, I said I'm rooting for Tatsumaki because I'd never seen Mob. I watched the Mob show. I didn't finish it all. I only got maybe 5 episodes left. And I'm like, I'm rooting for Mob. Screw it. He's such a nice, cool character. And
yeah.
I don't want to see some bitch kill him. Obviously, it didn't work out in my favor. Because I love the mask, Party, because I gotta, right?
Yeah.
It was Jim Carrey, it was witty, the funny, but then after that, they started doing different masks, and it's kind of whatever, yeah. I don't care. Deadpool, I like too, in a sense, and it's just maybe I'll get hyped up for it, right? We gotta let it build up. Maybe I'll get
yeah.
But as right now goes, I'm just I was kind of hoping for something else, but that's just my opinion, and I digress.
Fair enough, I agree. I was looking for something else, but I was definitely hyped. I mean, this definitely hyped me up because I didn't care about it at first because I didn't know who they were. But as it went on, I was hella excited. So hopefully I'll get the same result with this one. But we'll wait and see.
Thank you guys for joining our reaction. If you want to join Hood Nation, Ivanimal's channel, your chance to do so. It's gonna be maybe over here, or maybe it's on this side. I don't even know. You want to play stuff, get your feet wet, but we need a cup of tea. I'll go find it's out there.
Believe it. I'm Ivan. That's my boy Nidge, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
We're out.
Peace, guys. Man.
I was waiting for the stay awesome part.
Oh, sorry. Stay awesome. My bad.
Now I'm itching my balls. You're too late.
I
was holding my finger. I was my balls are itching. Say it. Fuck, I'm done. I'm done. Fuck it. You're on your own. Shit ain't going in it. Fuck it.